From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, May 20th.
Craving your next action-packed adventure? Audible delivers thrills of every kind on your command, like Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, where a lone astronaut must save humanity from extinction, narrated with stunning intensity by Ray Porter. From electrifying suspense and daring quest to spine-tingling horror and romance in far-off realms, unleash your adventurous side with gripping titles that'll keep you guessing. Discover exclusive Audible originals, hotly anticipated new releases, and must-listen bestsellers that hook you from the first minute. Because Audible knows there's no greater thrill than the one that speaks to you. Discover what lies beyond the edge of your seat. Start your free 30-day trial at audible.com/WonderyUS. That's audible.com/WonderyUS.
We begin on the Near East Side, where police say an off-duty officer from Anderson exchanged gunshots with car theft suspects. Police initially said a person was shot on Woodruff Place Drive West near Arsenal Tech High School, but IMPD later said that was not the case. Anderson police then said an off-duty officer suffered minor injuries while trying to recover his personal vehicle that had been stolen. IMPD says another person was with that officer at the time. Arsenal Tech was briefly placed on lockdown while police searched for two suspects in the area. IMPD says they are still looking for those suspects. On the northeast side, IMPD says a man is dead and a person is detained after a shooting at an apartment complex. Authorities say officers were called to Meadows Way near 42nd and Sherman, just east of the state fairgrounds after 5:15 this morning. Police say they found a man with a gunshot wound. He died at the scene. Right now, we are working to learn what led to the shooting and if anyone is under arrest. To IT-Mate, the state has executed a man who killed a Beech Grove police officer 25 years ago. It ends a saga that included multiple efforts to have Benjamin Ritchie's death sentence commuted to life in prison. Tim Spears reports.
Benjamin Ritchie was pronounced dead at 12:46 a.m. local time. His last words were, "I love my family, my friends, and all the support I've gotten. I hope they all find peace." Retired police officers and dozens of members of the Beech Grove community raised blue glow sticks in unison as Officer Bill Toney's family left the prison shortly after Ritchie's attorney came out and described what he saw.
Mr. Ritchie looked up at us, smiled, and waved. Lay back down. A few seconds later, he was speaking. It was clear he was speaking, though he was lying down. His left arm was, fist was clenching, and his feet were moving for about 10 seconds. Then he sat up and violently twitched for about 3 seconds. Lay back down, and then about 3 minutes later, 2 or 3 minutes later, they closed the blinds. This is a foolish, senseless, agonizing waste of time and money. The man we executed today, though he himself acknowledges that he committed a senseless crime 25 years ago, is not the same person who committed that crime.
The U.S. Supreme Court denied Benjamin Ritchie's petition to stay his execution late Monday evening, bringing an end to the more than 2-decade saga that started with Officer Bill Toney's death. No members of Toney's family or the state came to speak to the media after the execution, and no members of the media were allowed inside to witness. Reporting from Michigan City, Tim Spears for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
After Ritchie's execution, Governor Mike Braun issued a statement saying, in part, since Benjamin Ritchie's conviction in 2002, his case has been heard and reviewed numerous times by both state and federal courts, including the Indiana Supreme Court and the U.S. Supreme Court, never resulting in an overturned sentence. Braun denied Ritchie's request for clemency last week. We also received a statement from the attorney who most recently represented Ritchie in court and before the state parole board. Mark Koselke said in part, we continue to believe, as did half of the Indiana Supreme Court, that Ben's execution was inappropriate. Indiana executed a man with profound brain damage and developmental disabilities. Let's talk sports. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark says it was too loud during Saturday's game for her to hear any comments from fans racial or not, directed at Chicago Sky's Angel Reese. Clark also says she is backing up the WNBA's investigation. The league is looking into what it called hateful comments from fans toward Reese after Clark's hard foul that turned into a flagrant. Reese tried to confront Clark after the play, and that is the moment that the crowd erupted. Both teams and the WNBA have issued statements supporting the investigation. The Fever play again at Gamebridge against Atlanta tonight at 7. The Indiana Pacers are giving away free tickets to a watch party for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks on Friday. The party will feature the game on the video board at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. There will also be in-game giveaways and other forms of entertainment. There is a 4-ticket limit per person. Tickets will be available this morning at 10. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden in New York. Well, the town of Speedway is transforming a popular roundabout in honor of a legendary racer, Al Unser Sr. The roundabout, located at 16th and Main, will formally be named the Al Unser Sr. Roundabout in honor of the popular Indy 500 racer. The $2.1 million project will be partially funded by the Al Unser Sr. Trust. Construction is expected to begin next month, with completion targeted for April 2026. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we are in for a Storm Track 8 weather alert today because of strong storms coming in. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
So we've got some rain pushing in right now. I would say some steady light to moderate rain, maybe even a few pockets of heavy rain. And then later this afternoon, we could see some more thunderstorms developing. Some of those could be on the stronger side. So stay on weather alert for today. Let me show you Storm Tracker and what we have going on. You can see pretty much everywhere where we have some of these pockets of some heavier rain. This is where you see this yellow. So right around the Shelbyville area, into parts of Knightstown, right along the Greenfield area along I-70. We're seeing some heavier pockets of rain up around the Anderson and Elwood area, and then across parts of Noblesville, a quick downpour. And then just some light but steady rain all across Marion County, farther southward into parts of Johnson County. We're seeing some of these light to moderate rain showers as well. We had some claps of thunder earlier this morning. Doesn't look like we have any lightning strikes right now, but soggy conditions. A live look over in Carmel, where we're at 53 degrees, 54 in Indianapolis, 60 in Bloomington right now, and 68 degrees in Evansville. At times today, the winds are going to be a bit breezy. We may see non-thunderstorm wind gusts pop up to around 20 miles per hour. And I think for the most part, many locations will stay into the 60s today in Indianapolis, maybe not even reaching that 70-degree mark. But then later on this afternoon into the early evening hours, could see a round of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be on the stronger side. We'll kind of time those out on Futurecast coming up in my full forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, May 20th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.